Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered where everything came from? It's a question that has puzzled humans for centuries. How did the universe begin? And if something created the universe, who created that? This leads us to perhaps the biggest question of all: who created God? It's a question that has no easy answer. It's a question that has challenged philosophers and theologians for millennia. And it's a question that continues to fascinate and inspire us today. Some people believe that God was created by another, even more powerful being. But this just raises the same question again. Who created that being? It becomes an endless cycle with no real beginning. The idea of God is often associated with concepts like infinity and eternity. These are difficult ideas to grasp because our human minds are used to things having a beginning and an end. But many religions and belief systems describe God as existing outside of time and space. This means God has always existed and always will exist. Imagine a circle. It has no beginning and no end. That's how some people visualize God's existence, as an unbroken, eternal loop. Just like the truth that 2 + 2 = 4 is always true, God's existence is constant and unchanging. This concept of an eternal God offers a solution to the problem of who created God. If God has always existed, then there's no need for a creator. God simply is. Now, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about the universe. Scientists believe that the universe began about 13.8 billion years ago with an event called the Big Bang. Before the Big Bang, there was nothing. No space, no time, no matter. Then, in a fraction of a second, everything exploded into existence. This wasn't an explosion like a bomb going off in space. Instead, it was a rapid expansion of space itself. Imagine a tiny balloon suddenly inflating to an enormous size. That's kind of what happened with the Big Bang. The Big Bang theory is the best explanation we have for how the universe began. It's supported by a lot of scientific evidence, like the fact that the universe is still expanding today. Here's where things get really interesting. When we delve into the mysteries of the universe, we uncover some truly fascinating details. When scientists study the universe, they find that it's incredibly fine-tuned. This fine-tuning is not just a minor detail, it's a fundamental aspect of our existence. This means that the fundamental laws of physics and the values of certain constants are just right for life to exist. These constants include the speed of light, the gravitational constant, and many others. If even one of these values were slightly different, stars wouldn't form, planets wouldn't exist, and life as we know it wouldn't be possible. The delicate balance is crucial. Think of it like baking a cake. Every ingredient must be measured precisely. If you change the amount of flour, sugar, or eggs even a little bit, the cake won't turn out right. The same principle applies to the universe. The universe is kind of like that. The ingredients had to be just right for life to exist. The precision is mind-boggling. This fine-tuning has led some people to believe that the universe must have been designed by an intelligent creator. They see the hand of a designer in the intricate details. They argue that the odds of the universe being so perfectly suited for life by pure chance are astronomically small. The probability is so low that it seems almost impossible without some guiding force. Section 5. The problem of infinite regress. But what if we say that something else created God? This question leads us into a complex philosophical dilemma. This is where we run into what philosophers call infinite regress. It's a never-ending chain of reasoning. It's like asking what holds up the earth, and someone says it's a giant turtle. This analogy is often used to illustrate the problem. Then you ask what the turtle stands on, and they say another turtle, and so on. It becomes an endless stack of turtles. You never get a real answer, just an endless chain of turtles. This is the essence of infinite regress. The same problem arises when we try to explain God's existence by saying something else created God. Who created that creator? And who created the creator of that creator? And who created that creator's creator? The questions keep multiplying without end. It just goes on forever, which doesn't really explain anything. This infinite loop leaves us without a satisfying answer. To avoid this problem of infinite regress, many religions and philosophies propose the idea of an uncaused cause, something that exists on its own, without needing to be created. This concept aims to provide a final stopping point in the chain of causation. Section 6. God as the uncaused cause. This is where the concept of God as the eternal, uncreated creator comes in. God in this view is not just another being in the universe. God is the ultimate source of everything, the ground of all being, the uncaused cause. Think of a light bulb. The light bulb doesn't create electricity. It needs to be plugged into a power source to work. In the same way, everything in the universe, including ourselves, is dependent on a source of existence beyond ourselves. For those who believe in God, God is that ultimate power source. God is the one who sets everything in motion, the one who sustains all things, the one who is the beginning and the end. Section 7. The logic of an eternal God. So, does believing in an eternal God make sense? For many people, it does. It provides an explanation for the origin of the universe and the fine-tuning of the cosmos. It offers comfort and meaning in a world that can often feel random and chaotic. And it connects us to something bigger than ourselves, something eternal and unchanging. Of course, not everyone believes in God, and that's okay. But for those who do, the idea of an eternal God offers a way to understand the ultimate mystery of existence. The universe is a vast and mysterious place, full of wonders and complexities that we are only beginning to understand. The question of God's existence is ultimately a matter of faith. Section 8. Eternal life. A connection to the infinite. The concept of an eternal God also has profound implications for our own lives and how we perceive our existence. If God is eternal, then perhaps a part of us is also eternal, transcending the physical realm. This is the hope of many religions, that death is not the end, but a transition to another realm of existence, a passage to a different state of being. Imagine a drop of water falling into the ocean, merging seamlessly with the vast expanse. The drop loses its individual identity, but it becomes part of something much larger than itself, part of the boundless ocean. In the same way, some believe that when we die, our souls return to the source of all being, to God, merging with the infinite. This belief in eternal life can offer comfort and hope, especially in times of loss and grief, providing solace to those left behind. It reminds us that even though our time on earth is finite, we are part of something much greater than ourselves, a grand cosmic tapestry. We are connected to the infinite, to the eternal, to God, and this connection gives our lives deeper meaning and purpose.